You don't need good advice. You've been ignoring good advice your whole life. Welcome to Shitty Life Advice.
Shitty Life Advice is a collaboration between friends and a production of Hello Humans. Our host, Sam Lamott, is a teen dad, ex-meth head, college dropout, and the host of How to Human podcast. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you very much. We have an echo here, but that's the nature of this show. Welcome to a very special episode of Shitty Life Advice. This is our discipline edition. Okay, we got rid of the echo. Life is already looking up 1 minute in. Okay, so MC, who is Irish Mexican Mr. Clean over here?
I will let him introduce himself now that you have set him up so perfectly.
I'm supposed to be the pretty one on this show. And you've got how tall are you, 6'4"? 6'5". 6'5". Perfect chin. It's fucked up.
Yeah, but like I said, I hate wearing headphones like this because I always look.
You think you can steal my thunder?
No, but look.
You think you can steal my thunder?
You think
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. You needed a heat check.
Sam seems to think he has thunder.
Okay, so I am joined by several guests, a couple of regular friends, and another expert. Do you want to go ahead since you have the microphone? Who are you?
My name is Paul Chamberlain. I'm sitting next to MC, who is one of my mentors in becoming a coach, and I am known as the Smart, Funny, Tortured Coach, which is the name of my podcast as well. And I specialize in working with shame, people finding their essence, potential, and changing their perspective.
Beautiful. I loved being on your show, by the way. Oh, I'm going to take the glasses off because I'm being nice. I loved being on your show. We talked about, what was it, the Christmas specials? What are they called? What's their real name?
The Rankin Bass Christmas specials. How absolutely demented and twisted and wrought with trauma.
Yes. They were fantastic. But the show's got to get on the road. So please pass that mic down to MC. MC, who are you?
I am MC. I am a PhD trauma researcher, life coach, and author. And I'm excited to be here again.
I tried to kick Ben off the couch, but he just wouldn't go. He just sat there and said he wasn't leaving this time.
My name is Benjamin Russick. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and my job is to antagonize and shame Sam.
And give good advice.
Okay.
And give good advice.
Occasionally.
Now, I wanted to start this very special episode of Shitty Life Advice with an amazing book called The Road Less Traveled. And this book is amazing because it has 70 pages of some of the most incredible writing I've ever read on discipline. And yet the author apparently didn't do much of that. So I will start with a reading today. Life is difficult. This is a great truth. One of the greatest truths. It is a great truth because once we truly see this truth, we transcend it. Once we truly know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Because once it is accepted, the fact that life is difficult no longer matters. Life is a series of problems. Do we want to moan about them or solve them? Do we want to teach our children to solve them? Discipline is the basic set of tools we require to solve life's problems. Without discipline, we can solve nothing. Now, my life might be chaotic, disordered mess, but because today is the discipline episode, I went to CrossFit today. So I could say that I worked out this morning. Did any of you do your workouts this morning?
No, but I have something to say about that.
Okay, Ben, what do you have?
Well, I'm tired of going on Instagram and seeing pithy videos from people talking about discipline and willpower, and they're up there at 5. Then their version of that is to get up at like 5 in the morning when there's no sunlight and run down a beach and talk about how awesome they are. And I call them sick and twisted morning exercise people.
We're better than you.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm sure of it. I see that. He's 6'5", and I just want to say that I eschew people like this,
Okay.
and I think that if people can't come up with better examples of what it means to have willpower and be a goal-driven, decent person, aside from getting up at some ungodly goddamn hour and burning calories to prove
How
it.
else are you supposed to prove that you are better than everyone else if you don't have the early morning?
I'm doing it right now.
With what?
I'm proving
with
it right
what?
now with my
Your
with my
Instagram
with
doesn't
my,
scream.
with my trenchant statements on
I'm
It's
getting triggered from when I used to get racially profiled as a kid.
Oh, tell us about it.
Oh shit! Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Because you'd go out on morning jogs.
No, it's just this affront, just coming in hot. I love it. It's great. but I'm one of those people that gets up at.
That's why you feel profile?
Yeah, because I'm like, he doesn't know. Look at him, just riding.
How are you qualified to give anyone advice when you get to walk through the world that beautiful?
Seriously,
We're playing a different game, you and
No,
I.
I'm not.
We're playing a different sport.
I'm not giving quarter to that. There's a before and after picture out there that'll make you feel better. No, I do. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, but I have to. It's gotten to the point where. So this is the whole thing on discipline with me. Discipline is worthless without purpose. If you have purpose, then you're not white knuckling stuff. Then you're not dragging yourself out there. And my purpose is I feel better and healthier, and the day is tolerable at that point.
I feel better too. I love anything that makes me feel better than other people.
I actually agree. Like sometimes I do my jiu-jitsu at 7 a.m., but there's part of me that always knows that I'm kind of a douche for having gone.
So I hate it every morning getting up. It's not any easier than it was the day before.
Right.
Dennis wants to know if we brought David Goggins on.
Who's that?
No, because I have not used the word motherfucker once.
No,
in
you
this
haven't.
conversation.
No, you haven't. But you're
Yes.
welcome to. You're welcome to. And I assume you have like functional feet bones at this point.
Exactly. And
Okay.
I can feel my hands.
Now, before we really get into this, I would
Yeah.
like to ground everyone here, ground all of you at home. We have prepared something incredible. As you can tell in my all-white attire, I'm feeling particularly enlightened today. So please, everybody, get ready for this grounding. Here is our undergrounding. Hello, humans. Hello, hello, hello. I want you to let me in to your hearts and other orifices. I want you to breathe. Mostly so you can continue to live long enough to hear this meditation. And I want you to go into your mind, your big, stupid mind. That mind is the reason that you haven't done all the things that you want to do. Because your ambitions are better than your abilities. So go into your mind, stupid human, and start replaying all the previous year's New Year's resolutions. Remember how sexy you wanted to be come summertime, every year. Now feel your body. It didn't happen. And let's get real. It probably isn't going to. Yes, grab your gut, hold it, and tell your body you just weren't worth it. I'm sorry. I had more important things to do than to follow through with my dreams and ambitions and health goals. Yes, and I want you to connect with your body. All of its jiggly wiggly goodness. Jiggle wiggle wiggle. Maybe, I don't know why we're doing this, but it's helping me digest my salad that I ate because I'm in a abs competition with a highly motivated Vietnamese woman. probably going to kick my ass. Now, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to picture yourself as a little baby, as a beautiful little newborn baby. Goo goo gaga, cuckoo coo cha cha. Hold that baby in your arms. Pet its head like a little Chihuahua terrier named Gizmo. And tell that baby, I am going to let you down. I am going to feed you the worst processed foods imaginable, and smoke and do drugs and risk giving you STDs all the time because I have slight impulse control issues, and your mother never taught you how to regulate your emotions. Yes, hold that baby you, that sweet, innocent baby. Look that baby in the eyes. Look that little thing in the eyes. That thing you're gonna let down. You tell that baby. Tell that baby you're gonna let them down again. What do you want to tell that baby? You want to tell that baby some sweet, beautiful lies, like that you love it? You don't love yourself. If you loved yourself, you wouldn't be watching the episode on discipline. You would just do those things. You are going to have to tell that baby that once again, 2023, you are going to let it down, just like always. So now connect with your vision. Yes, connect with those goals. Connect with your heart, that thing that fires you up. This year is not your year. What do you ache for? What do you long to have? You're older and somehow not wiser. Tell that baby all those things. And then tell that baby you that you're like gonna burn out in a week and not to expect any of those things. Because you're not gonna do it. But how good does it feel to long? Feel that draw. I am imagining a beautiful, loving house where I feel safe. In a body that I love to look at. That might even turn me on a little when I look at. And just like you, I'm imagining that body turn to flubber. Because I will inevitably choose the easy reward rather than the long-term treasure. What is the next lie you're telling yourself? Have you whipped yourself up into believing that you're going to do something different? Well, I have some bad news for you. Every moment, every day is a new opportunity to build that life. To build that life that you ache for, that you long for. And just like this morning, each morning, when you get that new opportunity, that new chance of renewal, you're going to blow it. You are going to blow that opportunity like you always blow it. Say goodbye to those dreams. Nothing about today is different. You're still that person. How disappointing for you. peace in there somewhere that you could find. But no, that's not you either. Because not only are you the person who has to tell that baby you, I'm not gonna do those things, baby me. Because, like, you're cute and all, but I just like carbs too much. Or quick dopamine hits. Not only are you that person, but you are also that person who will not accept their shitty decisions. Yes, so you will live in that horrible limbo of both not doing the things to get you off the hook while still keeping you on the hook. It's like maybe some shitty motivation to do those things. That's the life that you've chosen, to like live in shitty limbo. Shitty limbo human. That's you. Shitty discipline limbo. It's like a bad reoccurring nightmare. And when you wake up and you can tell, like, wow, maybe I shouldn't like do that before I go to bed because it gives me bad nightmares. You just like do it again because you have issues. Terrible self-esteem issues. And like, I don't know. You're just not willing, I guess. You're not willing to do the things. You're also too old for sex work as a backup plan. What do you ache for? Failure. What do you desire on a soul level? Failure. Say goodbye to those things. You're not going to do goodbye to those dreams, human. Give up, human. Give up. That's not you. Entropy will win. Your 2023 is just like the same. Goo goo, ka-choo, tell that baby. Tell that baby you're gonna let them down again. 'Cause it's too late for you. This is things you should be focusing on in your 20s. Say goodbye to those dreams. Nobody wants to see your OnlyFans. You're just not worth it. Failure. You're just not worth it. Entropy will win. No one loves your love handles. When these glasses are on, no shit too shitty, no kid gloves or pity. And welcome to Shitty Life Advice, Episode 7, hosted by yours truly on Discipline.
Wow.
Sam, should people just call the studio and leave messages when they have nightmares at 3 in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they should. That was a great job, Reese. That's why I had to take the glasses off. That was amazing. So just so everyone knows, we had our first meeting. We push M. That'll make the music stop. We had our first meeting after the show last week. And one of the things is they said I have to pre-record the undergrounding. So I basically just sat and Reese set me up a little station. He just said, do some stuff. And then I got that last night at 10. He was still here doing all that.
Did he do all the
everything?
I did the fades and the weird.
Oh, yeah.
With your head flying.
Oh my gosh,
screen.
yeah. So that's our first one. Pretty good,
That's
right?
really creative.
If you're in the chat, give an emoji if you think that you're going to have nightmares. I'm 100% going to have nightmares. We can start a little support group.
Yes. Nobody wants your OnlyFans. And my voice is coming back since yesterday, but
What happened yesterday?
So it's time for shit show. Undergrounding. We already did it, yeah. Hello. Hello, human.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the
Something
show.
cut out. I didn't even know you were talking to me.
Well, that's because I forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks. Hi, I'm Imogene.
Imogene, that's right. How are you, Imogene? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your mood today?
Maybe a 6 or a 7, just sort of even keel.
Yep, even keel in the D plus range. And what are you working on today? What can we take credit for helping you achieve?
Today we are working on folding laundry.
Amazing. How did your life become this way?
My life became this way because both me and my fiance are very terrible at folding laundry. I'm not only folding new laundry, but I'm folding laundry from last week
Oh, wow.
that hasn't been worn yet.
Yeah, I fold it and then I don't put it away.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I get more credit than you get because it's folded.
It's true. You
Yeah,
do.
it's true.
That's what I'm striving for today.
Imogene,
Amazing.
who's better at folding?
Piles of folded laundry on the ground.
Imogene, who's better at folding laundry, you or Felix, your fiance?
I'm way better.
Oh,
I've gotten in trouble for folding laundry at other people's houses.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can
No,
come
I-
over.
yeah.
And
I always end up refolding my clothes if he folds them.
And so how many loads of laundry are we talking here? How many did you have to do?
Well, I did 2 last night, and then I'm folding probably like a half a load from last week.
So you're like, you will like run the closet dry before doing laundry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Do you have any good folding advice?
just let me come over and I'll do it.
It's just not my thing.
how do you fold a fitted sheet?
There's a whole method. I don't think I can describe. I could show it. We could
You
bring
can do
one next
that?
time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I actually stopped using fitted sheets just because I couldn't deal with them.
Couldn't do it. I worked retail and then also I have OCD, so it's like perfect storm.
There's like a TikTok genre. There's like a TikTok genre for folding fitted sheets. You can just search
Really?
it. Oh yeah, you'll get buried in videos.
It's mostly a lie. It's mostly a lie.
yeah.
Like it's super ugly and then you fold it to be less ugly, but actually it's ugly in there.
It's like life.
It's like life. It's like life.
Try to fold it, make it
Well,
nice.
Well, Imogene, we are so happy to have you. Whatever you do today, I am going to take full credit for, because clearly this can only happen with our help. But if at any point you want to talk about other things in life too, like you said you have a fiance,
I do.
like we could talk, we could talk about that. We could talk about anything. Just feel free to shout out. We're going to keep you on the line and we'll just be checking in on you.
Also, she can deliver dirt on me if you need that as ammunition.
Oh.
Since I know.
Yeah. How do you know Ben? I was unaware Ben could make friends.
Ben was originally friends with my fiance Felix.
Oh, I've heard about Felix.
Really?
You may have met Felix.
I may have met
You
Felix.
did, yeah. About 7 months ago.
And what does Felix see in Ben?
What does Felix see in Ben? Well, Felix and Ben are friends because they both know how to play chess.
Oh, yeah.
They chess all over each other a lot of the time.
Just two guys chessing all over each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Beautiful. Well, Imogene, thank you so much for being here and folding your laundry with us. So
Ew.
we're just going to keep the show going and check in on you. But if you're allowed to just cut in. You're here with us.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, now, folks, it is time for the next segment of the show, which is the shit show. Shitstorm. I only spent 15 weeks figuring out the format of this show, and I can't remember it. That is great. Okay, Tracy, you're up. What do we got today?
Hello. A lot of the questions involve exercise, which I think is kind of interesting, because that's like the only thing that people have a hard time with discipline. Question number 1: how often do I have to exercise? Anybody know?
What's the end goal? That's really, is it health? Is it looking good without clothes on? Is it, yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm trying to make this as uncomfortable as possible.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think the ultimate goal of working out, no matter what your plans or needs, is to look better than your peers, because life is a competition. I read somewhere that, you feel better if you're better than your surroundings. So get yourself some, bottom of the barrel junkie friends and just do better than them.
Are you trying to say something about us?
Well, I mean, I would never say it.
Here's one helpful thing. If you're looking to complete the stress cycle and feel better in terms of anxiety, 20 minutes of moderate exercise a day will greatly lower your baseline.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Also, diet is, in my estimation, in a way more important. I feel like a lot of people exercise like crazy and then eat like shit and they don't make any gains. In my experience, you can exercise 2 to 3 days a week, but if you eat really, really well, you'll be in phenomenal shape.
Do you have a cheat day? Days?
Sometimes, but it can do that. That's a separate issue because that can.
Here's why exercise is bullshit. Okay, it's because I will spend an hour on the elliptical on days I feel really good. Tracy's my elliptical coach. I sent her actual image proof, not you imaging, photo proof of the workouts I do. An hour on the elliptical is like a fucking yogurt. It's like 400 calories. That's how I know it's bullshit.
That's because that's how you do it.
But the calories are only one factor in exercise. You're also doing tons of stuff that's not measured.
That's
that
like
way.
2 yogurts. Sorry.
2 yogurts?
Yeah. 400 calories?
I eat more yogurt.
You
What
kind of
kind
look.
of
You kind of
yogurt?
look like a yogurt today.
Jeez.
I could definitely advertise some yogurt. This could be the outfit of the yogurt. man.
Every week there's a food we talk about. Did you notice this? It's like
Oh.
mayonnaise,
This
It's
week is
'cause we-
yogurt.
yogurt.
It's because instead of eating lunch, we're here.
Well, because
Oh,
between me and
right.
Tracy, you got some fierce food people in the room.
It's true.
It's interesting that people wrote about exercise and discipline, but not food.
Yeah.
There's like not one.
Not
Actually,
one?
maybe one. There's one.
I want to
Or
know.
yeah,
I want to know what your friend has to say about food. Paul. Sorry, Paul.
And look at me in the eyes when you're
No, 'cause that got weird really quick when you pointed it out. So
I'm sorry.
about food, yes, you were correct, and that it's like 80% of the battle. And calories are not indistinguishable. Nutrient dense calories versus froyo, completely different things. And I mean our food supply is worthless, so it's a challenge to eat nutrient dense food that fuels your workouts.
I didn't eat this morning before CrossFit, and I suffered.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you suffer from eating during CrossFit?
One would think I ran the little experiment today.
Okay.
I highly recommend eating.
Sometimes I'll have like half a banana before a workout.
Yeah.
And I feel like shit too. That's also how I know working out is bullshit. I feel terrible.
When have you ever felt on point working out? Was there ever a time?
I did steroids. I did this is a true story. I did a
drugs.
12-week cycle of exogenous testosterone. I felt great. And it started thinning my hair, and that's how I knew I was going to go bald. Because if you're going to go bald, that's what
Amongst other things.
Yeah. And then I stopped doing it.
Testicular shrinkage?
And they shrink. They go back though. They go back, right? It's a temporary shrinkage, I think. Maybe if you do it more than 12 weeks, but yeah, they shrink. You know a thing or two. You know a thing or two about that, Paul, huh? Do you know anything about that?
About testicular shrinkage?
Yeah.
No, quite the inverse.
No. You've never done exogenous testosterone?
No.
Wow.
Wow. Bullshit. This guy's juiced. Anyway, what's next, Tracy? What do you got?
How do I keep discipline to clean my house? #ADHD.
Nobody actually cleans your house. What happens is you go over to your successful friends' houses and they've paid people to clean it. Nothing is actually done unless you can pay poor people to do it. Yes?
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
This is going to be very interesting. Oh, wait, the glasses were off.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's very confusing.
Sorry, I know I'm not used to these yet.
MC.
No, you go.
Yeah, Ben,
Sure.
Ben,
Yes.
please tell us about keeping a clean house,
Well,
Ben.
so,
your house is so
When I'm
clean.
F you. So so I clean my house or my apartment when I'm feeling crappy and I'm not good for, like, I like to write, I like to do jiu-jitsu, I like to do all these things and make podcasts and deal with this guy. So when I'm not prepared to do that and I'm in a psychologically difficult or spot or bad mood or really tired, didn't sleep well, I clean my house because I'm not good for anything else. And so what I'm essentially doing is I'm setting up like a canvas or a playpen for my future more energized self.
So to get you to clean your house more, I just need to say mean things to you, like call you up and just
wake me up in the middle of the night.
tell you terrible things.
Keep all that dirty meth that you gave me.
Nobody wants your OnlyFans.
Okay, some real advice, I think, other than to like wallow in your sadness or do amphetamines.
Amphetamines do work though.
Sure.
It's a great way to get your apartment cleaned.
So does feeling sad. But I think breaking it down into small tasks instead of trying to clean the entire house and having to like break out an entire day or an afternoon to do that, do one thing when it's easy. So clean the kitchen sink after you're doing the dishes, and then do the floor the next morning when you're doing something else. I think if you break it up, it's a lot easier to keep the discipline.
Glasses have come off now, but I will say that when I was learning to keep my bedroom clean, I started with just a corner.
Yeah, see, it works.
And it was like, I am just going to keep this corner clean. No underwear is getting thrown in that corner. And then just expanded it out bit by bit.
There you go.
What else we got, Tracy?
Let's see. Can you please talk about having too much discipline and no joy?
Wow. That sounds
you.
like it was written
We
by,
talked about
We-
this on
Ben-
the phone.
that sounds like it was written by a real fucking winner. You know, like that sounds like a real winner. It's like they have decided that when discipline comes up, that it's a problem.
What do you mean?
There's no such thing as too much discipline.
There is absolutely,
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No, you should have every 15 minutes of your life scheduled out.
Yeah, you do, I'm sure.
I have tried. It
Ben
led
and
to like nervous breakdown.
Did it?
Yeah.
'Cause
It
it's too
felt
much.
good when I was keeping it up though.
For how long? Like 2 days?
Well, it's like a dopamine.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
she
like
said.
a dopamine thing.
That's what I was looking for.
Ben and I actually had a great conversation about this. I think it's absolutely the case that there's a thing is too much discipline. You end up sort of, and I think that's maybe what is at the root of your issue with early morning exercisers, is you are feeling like they are having too much discipline and not enough joy.
I'm also just jealous of them. But
And maybe that's like where the jealousy comes from.
perhaps, yeah. No,
It's empathetic. You're worried about them.
yeah. I think we're so driven towards doing the thing that we forget to live our lives.
Yeah. Yep.
What else you got, Tracy?
Wait, hold on. Paul, do you have anything to add to that?
No, it's a callback to the whole thing of like purpose. Like if you're just doing stuff to do it, then it's poisonous. Then you're going to get to a point where you just too much. But if there's a purpose behind it, sure.
Okay, how do I re-discipline myself after messing it up all majestically? I hate yo-yoing.
You are a yo-yo. You're a yo-yoer. There are people like Paul who just do the deal. And then what happens is the Pauls of the world need to make money. So they convince everyone else, hey, you could be like me. You could be 6'5". You could be gorgeous. Like this chin that you could have. Reese has actually found me the doctor that's going to do my chin when I make some money in this
For
thing.
those of you watching, the reason that Sam has such a large beard is because he's ashamed of his chin.
100%, yeah. What?
Why? What's the deal?
Why? That's a longer discussion. That's a longer discussion than we can have on this show.
I don't think I've ever seen your chin, so I don't know.
It's nothing to write home about. It's not that.
I thought it was fine.
Thank you, Ben. Anyway, I appreciate that. That was very sweet. What are we talking about? Oh, anyway, it's all a fucking scam. It's a scam. The beautiful people convince us that we're supposed to do this life. We're not those people. We're the people that you see at the end of WALL-E, right? That's our life. We're wheelchair, automatic, smoothie drinking, chubby people, blobs. Fuck
But
you.
then at the end of WALL-E, if you watch the credits all the way through, they bounce back.
I didn't watch the All right, what's next, Tracy?
Well, I don't think you really answered
yeah,
that
no, hold on.
question.
Oh, what's the question?
I have.
How do you re-discipline after yo-yo?
Rediscipline.
I think
Oh.
like we talk about this every week, but I think one of the main things you have to do is kind of peel away the shame, because trying to make the change with all of that shame is like trying to climb a hill with a car strapped to your ankle. It's not going to happen. So you'll remember, I don't know what year they added relapse into the addiction recovery loop.
I have no idea.
There's all the stages
Ben
of
didn't
addiction
prepare.
recovery.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, he's an addiction specialist, right?
yeah.
He's a-
I mean, the 5 stages? So
Yeah, so they-
Specialist.
Yes.
Contemplation, preparation, all that
yes,
stuff.
do talk. Say
Confiscating
that, and then I'll
your
add the
patient's drugs and then doing them, it does not make you a specialist.
It's pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, I believe.
And then they added a 6th stage, which
Did
is
they?
relapse. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
think
that.
I don't know what year. I'd have to go back and look at the.
That was
at the
probably
paper.
like last year.
It's, I don't know. But the idea, and I think this is beautiful, is that you build into the system that you're going to have a relapse. You're going to more likely than not fall back. And that's part of the journey. And I think that's.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Mm.
Paul,
so
how do
rather
you?
than have shame about it, then you can accept that and then move on from there.
Okay.
Reevaluate your goals, kind of go through an assessment. And
How do you get anything done without shame?
You know what? This is for yeah.
Going to what MC said, re-engaging is kind of treating it like a siege mentality. You're not going straight for the center, but you're working your way slowly in, and you're kind of putting it all on notice. You're putting the shame on notice by hitting these little easy points. And then also being comfortable with the fact of relapse. It's all part of the process. It's not 3% improvement every year.
Well, did you fall off during the holidays?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Bad.
What does falling off look like for you, Paul?
Lots
Sure.
of carbs and sugar.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
nothing happens to you. You stay.
Tell me more.
The same.
Yeah, no, just lots of carbs and sugar, and I stopped drinking. So
When? How long ago?
3 years. It'll be 3 years in a couple.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
It's a big fucking deal.
yeah. So
What kind of lush were you? What was your drink?
it's red wine.
Red wine.
I know. David Tell's got a whole bit of, you don't have a drinking problem with red wine's your poison.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was.
I've worked with so many alcoholics that were white wine was their thing.
There's a really good book. It's written by Elizabeth Vargas, she was Peter Jennings' protege. She was the first woman to ever anchor, and she wrote a book about her alcoholism. And I had read multiple, books on addiction, and as I was pursuing sobriety, and I read her book, and she told this story about she was going to a live shoot, and she was in the Suburban, and this was at her nadir of her drunkenness, and she had the driver pull over at a CVS, and she goes, I need to pick up a prescription. And she went in, she bought 2 bottles of cheap white wine, put them in her bag, knocked one off before she got to the shoot. And that made the problem so accessible to me, to see somebody like that and the way that she did that. And I was like, yeah, I remember going at 8 a.m. buying organic red wine at Whole Foods, but then packing around it like broccoli and, things like this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's also interesting that she couched it in terms of a prescription, which is what it was.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Medication.
Yeah, it was. And that was when she's like, okay, this has gotten bad. But yeah, no, I mean, and the thing that was really insidious about red wine is that it was so unbelievably socially acceptable. At business meetings, I was the one that was handed the wine list. Come on, Paul, and I would a flight and everything. And yeah.
So you become sort of a hero for being an alcoholic in a way.
Absolutely.
Interesting. I've not thought about it like that.
Absolutely.
I never became a hero for being an alcoholic.
Well, you were a meth head, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
But you were all of it.
I was everything.
You're everything. Well, you're my hero, Sam.
Thank you. Jesus. Stop it. Putting the glasses back on so I can be mean to you. All right, Tracy, give us one more.
Do you have any financial advice and budgeting and bill paying advice for people who have no discipline in that?
I could take the glasses off and still give you really shitty financial advice. Who here has a Roth IRA?
I think I do.
Wow.
SEP IRA.
Yeah? Yes? Well, I'm the only one. Fucked. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Let's pop your cherry.
Yeah.
What I do with
We need to set one
what
up.
I do with my patients who struggle with that is that I turn the whole thing into a massive game of make the number larger, and that's the game. And getting out their credit card statements and their bank statements and going through it and sort of whiteboarding stuff and really making it well, I know it's a little painful, but it's kind of fun. Like, oh, look at this number. Let's eliminate that, and what can we do to make this number larger? And like make it into a big dopamine rush. But I don't know.
Gamifying it would, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that's too?
No, I don't. I mean, it makes it accessible.
Yeah.
It makes it aspirational. I mean, that's the whole thing within dealing with shame with me is that change the narrative, make it a hero's journey, make you the protagonist. And it's like, and to be able to identify those things, it's like you're going to go after this.
Yeah, I like that. I could do it lots of. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
There's also a board game called Payday. Have you ever seen that? Should look it up. It's like it goes through the whole calendar. You get bills. You can play it with kids, but it's really helpful as an adult to go through it.
Does it have a candy bar in it?
Maybe you could add one.
All right, we're going to move on to our next segment, which is Phony Friends. Eventually. Okay, everybody, that's our number, 415-799-6653. You can call into the show right now, or you can leave us a message, and we'll maybe check that for the week after. Next week is going to be attachment styles as well, so you could leave us a message on that. But today is discipline. And in the meantime, just free form. What do you guys want to talk about?
Don't look at me. Why is everyone looking at me?
I'm not going to grandstand.
I just think that the lettering this week is very exciting. We have new lettering thanks to Tracy Benjamin.
The lettering is very,
right.
very
She always does
exciting.
our lettering, but she redid the I like the stickers here.
She's,
look at that.
she's the only person that makes yellow look good.
It's true.
Thank you. I like your water
I
bottle.
don't like yellow.
No one asked you, Ben.
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh, hello.
oh,
what happened?
Oh, no. Did we get a call? We can call them back.
hey Dennis, give us a call.
Yeah, Dennis, we missed you.
Yes.
Call us.
I'm waiting for Ty to tell us that they're
he-
bored by
yeah,
us.
he's-
Usually,
Hey, Sam, it's Glennis.
Oh,
Hey,
Confirming that there are shitty people in England. But I do have a shitty life question.
I can't wait.
770-833-8751.
Oh, is that a voicemail?
Oh, my gosh. I
wait, that England comment was from the first episode, right? When you were like, "There's no shitty people in England," because someone called in.
I don't know. My working memory isn't good enough for that.
You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, also, we can
Vaguely.
check in on Imogene. Imogene, how's the laundry going?
It's going really well. I'm almost done.
Oh,
yay.
wow.
Are you going to put it away? Now you can put it away.
No.
Well, I'm just sort of slowing down a lot. So I have a little pile, so I'm looking at my phone and playing games and sort of prolonging this process.
I know that game because see, now that you've hit your upper limit of how good you can do, so now you have to like slow it down so it's still an unfinished project.
Have we acknowledged
Yeah,
that this
exactly.
is a blatant act of discipline right here, right in between us?
Folding laundry? Yeah. Yeah,
Right here.
Right.
I'm still living out of a hamper this week. It's all folded though.
Folded in the hamper?
Yeah, folded in the hamper. I know. It would take 10 minutes. It would take 10 minutes.
Well, honestly, if it wasn't for this show, I probably would be living out of the hamper still.
See?
That's why,
My excuse
Changing the
to
world,
fold laundry.
Sam.
thank you. That's why we call it the hero complex. No, I'll take the glasses off so I can be serious for a second. Yeah, I have found that co-working with people on almost any project makes it better. And so we actually have study halls on Monday nights where you can just bring any project that you tend to put off. And some people have folded laundry. And
Wow.
Carol just got a job. One of our members. She'd
Yay,
been
Carol.
she'd be working on sending job applications in every Monday for like a couple weeks. Gainfully employed. Anyway, that's amazing, Imogene. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You get to like ask other people how their lives are doing and act like an adult. Oh,
what's that mean?
what is that? Is that a ring?
Hello.
Call.
Oh, you have to put it
It
on,
was.
on road. Hello. Welcome to Shitty Life Advice.
Hello. Thank you.
Who am I speaking to?
This is Marge.
Marge again. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. Have you had to cut yourself this week?
No.
Wow.
Did you
Thank-
build your
thankfully.
little kit?
I'm going to be honest with you. I just sat down to do it.
Yeah, that's good though.
It's been screaming at me all week.
we might have to have you on as the hero.
But
you might need some help.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think I'm going to get it done today. I hope.
You are,
Really
not I
not.
hope. You are.
Okay. I will get it done today, but I was just calling to tell you that I was doing it now.
That's awesome. And how are your spirits otherwise?
Relatively okay today.
Okay. Have you had any
I
rainy
went to
days?
cycling. Yeah, actually, the last week was pretty rainy. I went to cycling this morning. Yes, emotionally, and actually, environmentally, it was raining all week.
Well, tell us about it. What's going on?
Well, I think I just don't handle stress well. And I just have all of a sudden just started like panicking when something happens. Like if I have a bad day or I like hold on to a bad thought, I just panic and I'm like, uh-oh, this is it. This is the end. Where's that emergency box that I didn't make? So,
Yeah. So
today is
panic,
better. And
what does that look like to you? Is that like shortness of breath, or is that catastrophic thinking, or all of the above?
Well, catastrophic thinking and a lot of crying, which typically it's not really one of my things. I don't usually cry, but all of a sudden I have to. I think my body's just like, oh, you need to cry.
Did we talk about the stress response cycle last week? Did we talk about crying?
Yes, I think we did.
Okay. Because crying is what your body needs. Your stress hormones actually get released in the tears. And
yes, we did talk about that.
Yeah. So there's no reason to shame yourself for it. I also want to do a tiny little reframe on the I'm bad at handling stress. Can we reframe that a tiny bit?
Yes.
Stress is stressful. It's hard to handle. It's not your fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
stress is stressful.
If we can understand the stress response cycle more and get some tools for kind of working with it, then you'll have more mastery.
Do you ever think about stress as like a like a weather condition, like the wind is like this storm is coming?
Oh yeah, that's a great way to look at it. Yeah.
That's how my therapist goes.
Yes, I always hold on until the rainbow comes and pops up.
Yeah.
At the end of it. But yes, it does feel very stormy, and I do appreciate that. That imagery when I am in a storm, because they don't last forever, right?
Mm-hmm. No, they don't.
Have you been have you been trying to reach out to friends when that happens, like we talked about last week?
No. I had trouble doing that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I always feel bad when I do that, when I feel like I have to do that.
One thing that can be great to get you over the hump with that is to create. It's almost like a stress safe word with friends, where you. Sometimes it can be really hard, especially in a moment of overwhelm, to articulate and communicate what's going on and what you need. But when you're in a moment of calm, if you can reach out to the people that would be on your list, those 5 friends that you would text and say, hey, if I text you the word, give me a word.
Banana,
then that means I need X, Y, or Z. I need distraction. I need humor. I need connection. I need you to call me, because it sort of takes the, the pressure of having to both reach out and articulate what's going on out of the equation. And it also kind of inserts a little bit of absurdity, which helps chip away at some of the intensity, I think,
Banana Man.
Banana Man. Banana Man.
That's a good idea.
And Marge,
that's a good idea.
I had an excellent therapist who, for my wife and I, when we were having trouble communicating, she goes, there's 4 basic emotions: mad, glad, sad, and afraid. And if you can't communicate, you just say, I'm afraid right now. And then that is kind of this dropping a flag. Everybody goes back to their corner, processes it, space and everything like that. But just throwing out that one word. And it also helps too, is when I'm glad, it's an acknowledgement. Oh, nice, you're thinking about that. But yeah, it's just like, I'm afraid right now.
Right, because when people get stressed out, their ability to, I imagine there's some science here that they can actually articulate what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So that whole mad, glad, sad, and afraid was immensely helpful.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can text me too, right, Marge?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
Text him Banana Man.
Text me Banana Man.
You can do a GIF. It doesn't even have to be a word.
Oh, you can definitely text me
The other thing you can do if
All
you
right.
can't reach out to other people that also releases the some of the stress and gets your prefrontal cortex back online is creative expression. So if you can do anything that's creative for like at least 30 minutes, and that could be coloring. It doesn't have to be that you have to take on oil painting and learn how to be a master. That can actually get rid of some of the stress. And then you can check back in with yourself and say like, do I have the capacity right now to reach out, to call somebody and have a conversation? And you might find that you're more, the rational part of your brain is more online at that point.
Jennifer wrote a really beautiful comment that you might want to hear, Marge. She wrote, "When friends come to me for support, I feel good because they trust me to care for them. When I'm worried about being a burden, I remember that I'm giving them the gift of feeling trusted and helpful."
It's really smart.
Yeah, I love that.
It's part of
I do like that too.
the giving and receiving.
That,
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of comment could save someone's life, because a lot of times people feel like they're a burden to everybody and they
100%.
off themselves. You know,
Do you ever feel like you're a burden, Ben?
only to you, Sam.
Okay.
Wait, can you answer for real?
What? Do I feel like I'm a burden?
Ever?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I mean, to be vulnerable, I'm a super isolated person, so I don't have a lot of, like, I have friends and stuff, but I don't lean on anybody.
So you do feel like you're a burden.
Maybe. I mean, that's a thought. I hadn't thought about it like that. So it's possible that I do, that I don't know that I do.
I mean, that's a huge contributor for being in crisis. Is that's the whole shame, worthless thing is what I sometimes point out in clients, and people who have been in shame. You know, there's the Brene Brown thing is like guilt is I did bad and shame is I am bad. And people in the depths of shame are like, I wish I could say I was bad. I wish I could pick one of the binary, but frankly, I just feel like I'm taking up space, and that's really the point.
How do you get people out of that?
That is when self-empowerment, because this is the inverse to reaching out, because oftentimes people don't have I call empathy that you receive in a cost prohibitive drug, because you can't pull on that every day, all the time. And so bringing that in and shifting the power dynamic between your shame and the thing that I call shame, I call it the shitty little henchman of trauma. It's like trauma's come in, done its damage, left, and you're stuck with shame. And so now the whole thing is shifting the power dynamic, kicking open the door, grabbing shame by its collar, yanking it outside, and say, now you're going to serve me.
And you do that by having people reach out, and like, what else do you have them do? Or
First is putting shame on notice is an exercise that I have, is you're letting shame know that you're coming for, and then you slowly start to pull out. And this goes back to really simple things like diet, knowing that, sugar and refined foods are going to completely throw off your gut flora. You're going to you'll feel paranoid, you'll feel scared, you feel all that. So it's beginning to shift that power dynamic and no longer becoming, and the other modality is self-compassion. They're like, you need to be kinder to yourself. And it's like, I'm the last person that's going to be good to myself right now. So bringing it all back in and empowering, having that person be the protagonist of their story instead of relying on external.
I often find that I'm not kind to myself. Like, I beat myself up. Like, I've got to go to class and go get literally beaten up.
And that blows my mind that's a modality that people encourage, be kinder to yourself. It's like, seriously? Really?
It should just be a default position.
Yeah.
That is mind-blowing to me to think about, that you might be going to jiu-jitsu to just get the shit beat out of you.
Well, I mean, that's how it feels. Like, I tell myself something else, but I
guess it started this way, but now that you're hyper competent at the sport,
no, it didn't start.
Now you're just beating other people up. You're helping them.
Well, like, I think that the best example is when I'm feeling exhausted and tired and shitty, and I think, I have to go to class because if I don't, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life. And I don't, and because I'm not feeling well that day, I go and I get literally beaten up, and I leave feeling worse.
You end up feeling worse, not better?
Yeah, sometimes if I'm just Paul.
No brain chemistry from the workout.
No, there is, but it's just sometimes, yes, but sometimes it can be worse. Sometimes there's just like you go in and you're having a crappy day, and some purple belt smokes you because you're just one there, and you can, and people are just trying to kill you, because when you're higher up, I don't mean to say, oh, I'm high up, but when you're higher up, you're kind of a target. You're a watermark. You're a benchmark, and people are just they're trying to literally kill you. And it's just like, I just want to come here and flow, but I know somewhere in the back of my mind that I kind of came to get beaten up.
Makes sense. No.
I don't know.
Marge, how are you feeling? Oh, Marge is gone.
Marge is gone.
Well, anyway, I love you. Okay, well, we are at the end of the hour. And so we are going to talk about a few housekeeping things. Wait, no, I shouldn't put these on. Okay, so we're going to go to the come down section. Hello, friends. Thank you for being a part of the show. This show is just a group of friends hoping to make new friends on the internet, and we hope that you enjoy this program. We hope that this is something fun to do during a lunch hour or when you're getting tired in the afternoon. Thank you so much to everybody who comments in the chat. It's really fun to have this back and forth. And if nothing else, we would like that when we're 80 years old and we're looking back on this time with ourselves, that we have this funny weekly thing that we did for a while. So thank you so much for being a part of it. There are ways you can help. You could call and leave us voicemails on our number, which is 415-799-6653. And that would be a fun way to answer those questions. You can follow me on Instagram at Sam Lamont. And when I put out an ask for shitty life advice questions, you could write actual things happening in your life, and I will give you shitty advice, and these two will give you great advice. Every once in a while, I'll take the glasses off, and I might give some decent advice. And you could also share this with friends, which I think is the most important thing you could do. We're trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so that way we can have a tip jar, and after this program, we can go have some lunch and enjoy each other's company, and it would be so cool if we could start receiving super chats. So please, if you think there's a opportunity of somebody else to enjoy this program, please share it with them and just say, shot in the dark, this might be a weird show, but I'd like to share it with you. And that's it for this week. Oh, Imogen. Imogen, how are you before we go?
I'm excellent. I just finished folding the laundry.
Your
Great
timing is impeccable. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And Ben obviously owes you big time for you showing up. So
what do I owe her?
Obviously.
Like, I don't know. You should go treat them to dinner or something nice.
I'm very nice to Imogen and Felix. Am I not? Most of the
You're
time?
the best, Ben.
I am the best.
We love you.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing the glasses, so I'm not going to say anything mean. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. If you run into problems, please give us a call and leave us a message. You are welcome to leave us a message in full-blown breakdown. Bye, everyone.